Hello and welcome to Real Trainer TV. We are here to give you an insight into sport activities in your area across the UK and to help promote local coaches and trainers who are responsible for turning people's dreams and goals into reality. To be a real trainer means you have had the right skill, knowledge, experience and patience to make you the ultimate training partner and leader to keep your members motivated and inspired. Real Trainer TV. Real trainers, real people, real results.
I'm here at Dowe Dynamics in London Archway. We're here to speak with the godfather, Ian Dowe of bodybuilding. Let's go inside because it's cold. Hi to you, Ian.
Hi.
And loving your gym?
Yes, I'm glad you like it.
Excellent. Our producer, Chris Burford, was so excited when he called me that we was going to be interviewing you. Former world champion, IFBB. And we're so happy that we're here with you.
It's my pleasure.
You've been training as a bodybuilder since back in the 1970s.
Well, my first contest was actually 1969.
Oh wow!
When I was at school.
So you've been training since.
My first contest, I won the Junior Mr. Southeast Britain, and I came sixth in the Junior Mr. Britain, won by Bertie Fox. But unfortunately, I have stopped bodybuilding for about 4 years after I left school. And I started back again in 1974. So that's when my career really leapt off.
Okay, so when you started from the 1974, you achieved so much in your career. What was the peak time for you, where you'd reached the highest point?
Well, it took me 7 years to win the Mr. Britain, NABA Mr. Britain. That was 1982. So 82 was one of my best years. And then my biggest win was the World Games in 93. Also, one of my best wins was 86 European Championship in Poland. That was the first time they actually keep bodybuilding in the Eastern Bloc. And that time, there was a thing with the Iron Curtain and all that.
Yeah.
So to go in that Iron Curtain and beat those guys on their grounds was a really big achievement. So 86 was one of my best wins. Also, winning the World Master in 201, that was also one of my best wins.
So how and why did you get into bodybuilding?
Well, coming from the West Indies, Jamaica, we always admire strength. And also, you have to be able to protect yourself. So obviously, I used to do boxing, martial arts, and everything else. But I got hooked on bodybuilding. And once I started, I prefer to do bodybuilding than the other sports. So I was training at my school, Brookhouse School, back in the 60s, 69. Yeah. And my teacher was Frank McQueen, who was a former Irish weightlifting champion. So he was our PT teacher.
Okay.
So instead of doing the jumping over the box and things like that, he had a set of weights in the cupboard. So when we were supposed to be doing PT, he would bring the weights out and we'd do a little bit of workout.
Yeah, right.
From there I got hooked on it, and I joined my first gym, was Ron Judge Gym back in the 60s. Yeah. And from there, just, kept going.
Just kept going, okay. So what about back in those days, who was your idol or your influence?
Well, one of my first really person that inspired me was Rick Wayne. Everybody remember Rick Wayne. Back in the time, he was like probably the best bodybuilder in the world. I used to just phone him up almost every day, pestering him about bodybuilding and so on. Then he invited me to his home, and I actually went to his home when he was working out. That time I was about, 15, 16. This is going to be the first really big, massive bodybuilder that I've ever seen. Yeah. So when I saw him, literally, I almost fainted. But he was the first really big, massive bodybuilder I've ever.
So he really influenced you to carry on?
Yeah.
Okay. So, watching how you've developed your body and your overall physique from the 70s up until now, how do you think that things have changed, the way that you've trained?
Well, when I first started, it was basically dumbbells, barbell. A lat machine was just a rope, pull over a pulley, with just a bar well onto the bottom to stop it from falling.
Okay.
And basically, it was just spinning around, and that was would be like the super machine. Yeah. Everything else was just barbell, dumbbells. Right. But over the years, you get all these fancy benches and fancy this and fancy that. But to be quite honest, right, you cannot beat the real deal. Barbell, dumbbells, that's the basic. Yeah?
That's all you need.
If you can't develop your physique by using dumbbells, barbell,
Right.
you're not going to get any physique.
Okay.
Right. The
So,
machines-
so
the
the
machine-
new age machines that are available in all these high sort of top gyms, you would recommend, you just need the basics.
If you want to build your physique, you must build it from the foundation. Like you're building a house, do you start off from the top, tiling, what do you do? You build your foundation.
Yeah.
Once you build your foundation, then you can decorate it, bit of fancy this, a fancy that. The machines is great. Once you have your basic build, your basic structure.
Right.
Okay, for somebody have an injury, then the machine is a more safer way to train because you know it's one rotation.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're using free weights, it must be controlled.
Yeah.
So when you're using free weights, there's more muscle coming into play.
Yeah.
Using machines, it basically is more isolation.
Yeah.
So you're not going to get as much intensity from the machine as you would get from the free weights because with the free weights, you got to literally all the muscles comes into play.
Yeah, of course.
Whereas a machine is just a one movement, and then if you get a little bit stuck, you let go.
Yeah.
Whereas with a dumbbell, but if you get stuck, there's only one way to go, and most people don't want to go down, so they're going to force it up.
Yeah, that's very true. So if you had all of these machines that are available now, back in the 1970s, for instance, do you think that would have affected your development in your own physique? Or
Yeah, the machines are good if you work the machine correctly. You know, what are you trying to achieve? Back in the days, the 70s, like Frank Zane, Franco Colombo, Arnold, just to name a few, Don Howard, very famous bodybuilder back in the 70s, won the Mr. America. They trained for more shape. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never really wanted to have that big, massive look. Always shape the full size.
Yeah.
So by having these machines and combine them with the free weights, you can get a better physique.
Right.
But what has happened now, right, you get beginners come into the gym and they go straight into the machines. Okay,
Yeah.
if you just want to keep fit, it's different. But if you want to build a foundation, you need to start at the bottom. And by
Yes.
using the free weights and then incorporating the machines to emphasize the physique, to emphasize that more detailed look.
Yeah.
So if I had these machines back in the 70s and combined them with the free weights, then I think I would have even a better physique.
Right, okay, that's great. And what about all the supplements that have swamped us nowadays? We have supplements and enhancers and boosters. They've been around now for the past 20 years or so. You didn't have those back then. So do you think if you had those that you would have a better body back then?
In a way, right, what I know now, I'm glad we didn't have it back in the days.
Right.
But I would have fallen in the same trap. These guys today, they see some muscular guy on the cover advertising, or some beautiful young lass on the cover advertising. They're going to think,
Yep.
whoa, I want to look like that.
Yeah, of course.
But the difference is, right, back in the days, right, we would eat wholesome food, like
Yeah.
your meat, your fish, your chicken. Like in school, they insist that we should drink like half a pint of milk every day, otherwise we get the cane. Yeah? But it was a good thing because it's basic food.
Yes.
Okay? Today now is too emphasis on this quick and easy, quick and easy. Drink this, put on 10 pounds in muscles.
Yeah.
Do this routine, it can transform.
Everybody wants a quick fix.
It doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
To get result, it takes time. Yeah? And unless you're prepared to persevere and take it day by day, you're not going to get result overnight. But having said that, supplements has got their good points, but again, you've got to use it right. It's a
Correctly,
tool,
yeah.
and you must know how to use the tool.
That's right. A lot of people don't have patience when they're trying to change their body or in anything, really, and that's when you start going around in a circle, isn't it?
Like for instance, if you're going to have your supplements, make sure that you have your main meal.
You're doing everything
and in
else.
between, then you have your supplements.
Yeah,
Like for
of
me now,
course,
if I'm
yeah.
on the road when I was competing and I couldn't eat a proper meal, rather than going to eat a burger or something like that, then I would bring my protein with me
Yeah.
and have a protein instead of going eating a burger of some kind.
Yeah, something processed, yeah,
Exactly.
of course. So when you was competing, what was your typical off-season diet and also your pre-season diet?
Okay. Again, I'm glad you said when you were competing. The big problem with today, everyone want to compete before they train. Everyone want to compete and they don't have a physique. Okay, if you're going to war, you're going to make sure you got bullets.
Yeah.
Well, this is what's happening now. They want to get on stage and they haven't got the body. So before I actually competed, I actually built a foundation. Right?
Yeah.
So what I did, right, when I thought I was good enough to compete, I would then go and look at the guys who was competing, see what they're looking like. And then if I thought I was good enough to beat them, then I would say, yes, I'll be ready. So first of all, right, I would build that foundation. Today, the difference is to our days back in the days when I was trying to get my physique together. We used to eat like a lot more awesome food. I mean, at one stage, I was eating up to 20, 24 eggs a day.
Wow.
Right? And I would eat sometimes as much as maybe a pound, 2 pounds in steak, fish, chicken. The philosophy was, if you want to be big, you eat. If you want to lose weight, then you cut back. And then want to eat. And that's how we basically did it.
Yeah.
So if I decide I want to get big, I just eat, train as hard as I can. If I decide I want to cut back, then what I would do, then I would just eat less. I would see myself in the mirror, and as it goes down, and I'm happy with that, then I just maintain that factor.
Right. So it's all really about eating good, wholesome, raw foods, whether you're pre-season or whether you're actually off-season. It's just raw foods like
So
meats and fish.
Pre-season, I would eat more.
Yeah.
When competition comes up, I do eat less.
Okay. So it's simple. There's no science about that really. And today you see much larger physiques, like for instance when you look at Phil Heath compared with Arnold, now they seem to go for muscular size. Do you think that has sort of made the aesthetics of that tight look sort of disappear, a thing of the past?
Back in the days of Arnold, I mean, I think Arnold is, to me, why I would say Arnold is the greatest bodybuilder ever. It's not that what he's achieved, you know, in his private life, like governor and so on and so on, movie star, but he's a philosopher, right? He basically built his physique. So he didn't just go and try to get as big as he can. He goes and get the shape. So if you look at Arnold, to me, Arnold is still, I would say, the greatest physique ever.
Yeah, because he's really sculpted his body, hasn't he? He's really sculpted it and made it tight.
That detail that he's got, that look is not there today.
Yeah, and that's because people have sacrificed because they want size over sort of the tightness with sort of no water retention, that kind of look.
That's right.
Chris and I got into bodybuilding way after you did. And one thing that we have noticed is there's a wealth of knowledge on the internet, magazines. You know, you can go anywhere and get any kind of knowledge or question answered. However, people are really struggling just with the basics of losing weight. What's gone wrong?
The internet is a big breakthrough, but in a way it's a bad thing. Because what has happened, it's showing advanced guys what they do. So when a beginner starts reading about some advanced bodybuilder or fitness person, whoever it might be, they think that's what I've got to do to become like that person.
Yeah.
But what they're not showing you is what that person did when they were a beginner themselves.
Yeah.
See, my eating, training, everything has changed over the years. Back in the days, I was eating 18, 20 eggs, 2-3 pounds of meat and that to build up. But once I built the size, I didn't have to eat as much.
Yeah.
Right? Again, I was never a power lifter, but I was very strong. I could do like 4.5 plates for reps on the squat. I could bench press 370, 380 for reps over and over. I could 160, 170 pound dumbbell press. But then I built my physique. So once I build the physique, I don't have to lift that anymore.
Yeah.
And then I'll start to shape it and everything else. So this is the problem, right? That you got to know what stage you want to go and what you want to achieve. So in my opinion, it's like you must basically know what your type is. Like for instance, people will say, I'm training heavy. Okay, I used to train with Bertel Fox, and he was twice my strength.
Yeah.
But he would maybe do, say, twice what I'm doing, but what I was doing, I was struggling.
Yeah.
So because somebody is doing 400 pounds and they're struggling, you're doing 100 pounds and you're struggling, so that's heavy for you.
Yeah, of course.
So you must know what your strength is and what your weakness is. Don't look at somebody else and say, he's doing it easy, so he's training heavy.
Yeah.
Half that weight might be enough for you, so you should know what you want. Another thing as well, which is like, I can't understand it. How see guys doing squatting or bench press, and he saw them doing it. And he said that was a good set. But who did it? The guy who's spotting.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, right, by all means, go for that single rep, but then drop the weight.
Yeah.
If you're going to have a spotter from unless you're going for a maximum, and the spotter going to spot you right the way through, you've done nothing.
Yeah, you haven't done it.
So
yeah.
basically, you got to go back to reality. If you can't do, say, 10 reps by yourself, then the weight is too heavy. See, back in the days, we used to do like a minimum of 10 reps, because what like people like Albert Beckers used to find, anything under 8 reps doesn't stimulate muscles.
Right.
It's when you go over 10, and the last 2 or 3, that's what actually builds muscles. So that's another thing we need to sort of go into.
Yeah.
Actual reps, you know, where you're getting the benefit.
Yeah.
What is positive and what is negative? Because to push a weight up, it takes resistance. To lower it, it takes resistance.
Yeah.
So you're getting development from the way up and the way down.
Down. Yeah.
But there's a lot of people that are doing their exercise and they're not actually doing it in good form. So those are the things that we will be addressing with Real Training TV in the future.
So obviously we find this gym absolutely amazing here, and you offer non-generic style equipment. Which is your favourite and why?
Right, they're all my favorite because what I did, I unpicked each machine. Over the years of training in various gyms, traveling to America, going all over the world, you basically get caught out on favorite machine that you like, and then I try to get that machine to my gym. So if I go to, like for instance now, I went to Holland, and we were looking for a seated leg curl for years, 5-6 years. We didn't buy one because we didn't find one that we didn't like. I was in Holland at the time, and somebody called me over and said, try this seated leg curl, which I did. Anyway, the company was in Poland, and we didn't know who they were. So we searched and searched and searched, and we eventually found the company. I went over to visit the person who owned it, and there must have been 6 or 7 pieces of equipment that we like. So we just automatically just order it from whichever company range that we like. So these are all handpicked.
So they're all handpicked and individual, and you can't find these anywhere else?
Well, not in that combination, because you go to a lot of gyms, not knocking any gym or anything like that, but certain machines, you use them, there's no fear. But what I did, right, I specifically picked each machine.
So you could get that feeling in the muscle.
And the reason why I did it, an advanced person who knows to train, know how to feel the muscles and make the muscle work. Most average people don't know how to do that. But with these machines, the moment you start to work them, they will hit your muscles, even if you're not really isolating, but the machine is angled at the right angle, so that you will get some kind of benefit from it without really exerting yourself too much.
Okay, so they're all your favourites, so we've got to have a go on everything.
Definitely.
Okay, and in regards to what your gym offers, and is it actually open for everybody or just bodybuilders?
Over the years, people get caught out with bodybuilding gym. What is a bodybuilding gym? If you want to be a bodybuilder, meaning that you want to compete, then you can train towards that. If you go running on the street, doesn't mean that you're going to be a marathon runner, you're going to be the next Usain Bolt. We can improve anyone, whether you're fat, whether you're skinny, whether you're, just want to sort of a little bit of shape for the beach. It's like I take people as they come. If somebody, whatever they want to achieve, I look at them, I assess them, and I give them a program towards that. So whether you want to be a beginner or you want to be an advanced person, or you might be a runner or a boxer or a dancer or whoever, we can give you a program for your needs.
So you facilitate for everybody?
Everybody, definitely.
Okay, and do you have personal trainers here?
Yes, we have, So we'll be getting together with Real Training TV soon. So we're looking forward to get some work going and get some real bodies on the go again.
That's excellent. Real Trainer TV trainers in Dowe Dynamics. So that's all we have time for here at Dowe Dynamics with Real Trainer TV. We'd like to say a big thank you to Mr. Ian Dowe, of course. And have you got any kind of motivational message you'd like to leave with us?
First of all, you must know what you want. If you don't know what you want, how are you going to get it? Because a lot of people, they go to the gym and they don't know what they want to achieve. So first of all, you must look at yourself and say, okay, I want to get better abdominals, I want to get more rippling chest or more arms, And once you know what you want, then it's just a matter of going for it. Once you go for it and you say, okay, I want to achieve X in whatever. So what I would suggest to people is to take a photograph of themselves, say, now we're in the new year now, and say by April I want to look a certain way, and each month compare it. So if you aim towards where you want to look, then you keep going. But if you're not, then obviously then you got to dig a little bit deeper.
Okay.
And I think that's the best way to improve. But a lot of people, they look at themselves, and even when they improve, they still see themselves as looking bad.
Yes.
But if you've got photographs to prove,
you can compare.
That's right, and that's the best way of really getting that inspiration, is looking back at photographs that you have taken.
Okay, that's great. Thank you.
Okay, my pleasure.
If you are a coach or trainer and would like to be featured on Real Trainer TV, go to realtrainertv.com and register your interest.